Ready. Make sure my hair's
Hello,
nice and
everyone.
fluffy.
Yes, making sure our hairs are fluffy. We're live, and I got Kyle Walz with me today. Welcome, everyone, to the
Hey, hey.
sound. Kyle Walz is a singer, songwriter, guitar player. He's got a brand new album, Blood Candy. And why don't you tell us a little bit about your music?
Yeah, sure. Blood Candy that released in February of this year, and
Mhm.
I've been describing it as indie rock and a little bit of pop. I tend to like with a blues song, I'll have kind of a synth bass or something like that, just to change up the typical sound of like a blues form or something like that. But I'm really happy with how all these songs turned out. They're really cool. A lot of introspective and real kind of story type stuff in this batch of songs. The previous album I did, New Vintage, was kind of throwback style stuff, like things that sounded like they were written in the 60s or 70s. So it was cool to do something a little different than that. So very much that alternative indie vibe with Blood Candy.
Yeah, I've enjoyed a lot of the songs on it, and it is a nice mix of the older sounds with the newer sounds, and that's cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Are you familiar with Scary Pockets?
oh yeah, I like them.
Yeah, every once in a while, it seems about every year and a half or so, I run across something that they cover in their awesomely funktastic style. And then I have to listen to like, eight to dozen more songs because it's just so much fun. I always like the array of musicians they have. In this particular one, they are covering Wonderwall by Oasis, arguably Oasis's top song. I mean, there's
Hmm.
probably two others that you could say are their top song. But what got my attention in this video, why I'm sharing it with you, is the the guitar player near the front of the screen
Hmm.
with the darker shirt on, not the red shirt. He's actually an Australian musician, and I'm gonna
Hmm.
missay his name, Ray Thistlewhite. He was in I just forgot the name of the band, Thirsty Merc.
Hmm.
I don't know if you remember them from the early 2000s.
Hmm.
But
No,
he's
no,
someone else. I'm gonna share some more music from him on another reactions with you in the
cool.
future because he's a dope musician. He's got style and he's got a lot of talent when it comes to writing and performing.
Absolutely.
So
This is fun, man. I've
yeah,
listened to some Scary Pocket stuff. I like how they kind of freshen things up and they make it funky, but it's not like a really aggressive funky. It's not like, like the punky funky, like maybe like Red Hot Chili Peppers or something. I guess the Chili Peppers
right.
have some smooth stuff too. Don't get me wrong. They have a lot of really good funky smooth stuff. Um, all kinds of stuff. But I don't know. Like they have like a classy vibe to the way they do their covers.
Right.
The Scary Pockets is a really really good name for the band because that's what they do. They make these
Yeah.
pockets that are just they're like sick, and so the groove is just makes you it's infectious. It makes you want to move along. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about Wonderwall. Okay, so
Yeah.
this is an interesting song for me because it came out at a period of time in my life where I had my first like really really serious girlfriend, okay? And we were like getting along pretty good, and then she fell in love with this song, and then it wasn't long after that she was like obsessed with it, and like within a week or two she like dumped me. And it was like I really don't like this song. I never liked it. I actually have a pretty solid disdain for it in my heart because of the situation. And it's not the
Right.
song's fault. It's not the song's
Yeah.
fault. So the fasting that I'm going through is a time of healing. It's a time of cleansing and purifying. And so it's just so funny how the synchronicity of the universe would bring you to choose this song, but in a way that I can already tell that I'm gonna have my vision of this song is gonna be somewhat healed by it. I can tell you that without even hearing it, just because I know Scary Pockets is that good.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you a similar story. Unfortunately, not with the song, but I mean, the topic of the story is the same. This girlfriend I had my senior year of high school, and I moved from St. Louis to some smaller town in the state right before senior year. I had long hair, played guitar, and rode a skateboard. I was a complete alien to this little town I moved into. So this girlfriend I had, we went out for, I don't know, 5, 6 months, something like that. And she wanted to cut my hair. I thought, hey, she's into me. We've been together 6 months. That's a long time when you're 17. So she cut my hair. And then we're talking. And I said, hey, Gwar. I don't know if you remember the band Gwar. They're going to be in St. Louis. Chili Peppers are going to be in St. Louis sometime. It would be so much fun to go see Gwar live. And like the next day she broke up with me. It's like, your taste in music, I can't deal with it anymore. I'm like, are you serious? Just because I wanted to go see a band. Oh my gosh. So, and I never have seen Gwar live. I would still go now, even though I'm old and stuff. I mean, but yeah, that's, I
just remember that for Beavis and Butthead. I used to watch that, and then they would always cut to like videos like that.
Yeah.
Hey, Beavis. Cool.
I was student teaching when Beavis and Butthead was a thing, and the kids would do that, and then I'd sit around, like, sneak up behind and go, yeah, yeah. And they go,
shut up,
wait,
Butthead.
Oh, it's like, it's that one dude. He's supposed to be a teacher.
All right. So back to reality. Let's go ahead and get this queued up. Are you all ready to go with this? I'm excited. Okay, these guys rock. Without further ado, music teacher and Kyle Walz react to Wonderwall Oasis funk cover by Scary Pockets featuring Darren Criss. Here we go!
Ooh, recognize that groove?
It's scary.
It looks like a mashup.
I like the effects on his vocal.
Yeah.
Backbeat, the wood is on the street, that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had it out. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. About you now.
I love watching this bass player.
And all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that light the way are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how.
I love that.
I don't know how. 'Cause maybe, oh, you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all,
Such a cool way
you're
to
my Wonderwall. Let me tell you that today was gonna be the day, but they'll never throw it back to you. By now, you should have somehow realized what you're not to do. And I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. You know.
Yeah.
And all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that light the way are blinding. Oh, 'cause there are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. Oh, I don't know how. But maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me.
Song redeemed. That's all it took.
Wow. I love. Well, you mentioned Scary Pockets. I'll take that lead. So for people that don't know music, like a pocket is like when you fall into that groove. And it's a term musicians like if you're a pocket player, like you're just right on it. There's a joke about, if you know a little bit about music, you can look up the joke about bass players being in the pocket and stuff like that. So the name of the band, Scary Pockets, means that their groove is just so deep and wonderful. It's scary, and that's a very cool name. But just wanted to mention that with to anybody who doesn't know music. To me, what makes them so cool is when you hear the drummer is playing a super basic beat. And I mean this in a very complimentary way, which a lot of musicians will pick up on.
Anything flashy, no.
Yeah, he's like Ringo. He's keeping the time. Where the funk comes from is the interplay between the organ player and the bass player mainly, because they really like how the beat is going, and they come in right in the middle. I mean, and not even like usually when you count music, doing this for non-musician people, you go like 1 E and 1 2 E and and so on like that. And they're coming in at really weird kind of swing times, and it is so fun to kind of dance. I mean, it's hard to not move, when you hear that.
I immediately started,
yeah. Yeah. Turn that up.
And one of the things that's so good about Scary Pockets is that they know what not to play. Like there was one time in the chorus, right? The bass player, was doing, like it was just so cool. Yeah. Like the little three, but like if he would have done that every time it repeated, it would have been stupid. Does that make sense? Like, the fact that he just did it that one time, it made it super unique and special, and it would have fit every time. It's not like it would have been like, oh, that doesn't, like, musically work there. Like, the puzzle piece just doesn't fit. But it's just like, one of the things that's so good about Scary Pockets is that they know, each of them, where to put their little moment in, and then... And when somebody else is having their little moment. And man, I really love that singer. That was like, if you were gonna like sell me on a revamp of that song, that's the way to do it, man. It was smooth and soulful, and like I love when he went up into his head voice and he was like, or whatever. It was so cool.
Right.
I thought that was sweet.
Yeah, it was like you said, soulful. It was like a very soulful pop singer, with the runs and everything. But he sang it in a way that totally wasn't pop. I mean, it was something you could really get a sense of his skill. I almost forgot till whatever you just mentioned made me think of this. Did you catch what song they were playing at the beginning of this? When I said, hey, did you catch that groove? They're playing Use Me by Bill Withers. If you listen to the organ part of it, I'm sure you know that song, but the way the organ part kind of goes, they're playing Bill Withers and kind of mashing it up. It mutates from that a little bit more as they progress the song. But yeah, check out the beginning sometime if you think of it, because it's Bill Withers. It's like you're expecting this, like hearing it. I was thinking the singer's going to go. I'm trying to think of the first name of that song, My Brother.
I love when song arrangers, take and do that. Take and use music as a clay. That's cool. I mean, because why not? I mean, it's just about the groove to start off. So you know what I mean? Like any groove that gets into it, that's actually probably better, because if they had started off like I'd probably been like, turn this off. Yeah. You know what I mean? But they didn't at all. Like it was totally. That's right. I got my coffee right here. Speaking of my chatters, right? I'm sipping on my Stoke. Oh, but yeah, I mean, it was really cool. Scary Pockets rocks, man. I've been subscribed to them for a long time. I was subscribed to them before I was like actually trying to like have a YouTube channel. You know what I mean?
Oh,
They're
cool.
good, dude. They're really good.
Yeah. Have you heard the kind of meme about the organ player? Do you know the guy from Vsauce?
Vsauce.
Yeah, he goes like this. Vsauce, Michael here. And he starts every video like that. And he does kind of like science, type things, like how big is infinity or something like that. He looks so much like the organ player. and I think it was maybe a comment or maybe something on Reddit I saw. It's like, hey, look, the Vsauce guy is in a band. So had to throw that in there just in case.
All right, everybody, this has been so much fun. Thank you so much, Kyle, for being here with me. We did some really great reactions, had a great time, and you're always welcome on the show. I haven't done much of that YouTuber stuff this time, so I got to do it now. Please like, share, and subscribe, everybody. We're growing really fast here at Matthew's Music Lesson Studio, and I'm so grateful for every single one of you guys. You're awesome. Live streams are coming, so every time I schedule, I'm going to put a community post. The most effective way, besides Patreon, the most effective way to get your reactions on the live show is to comment on the posts. You pay attention to the posts, I pay most attention to the posts. But then, of course, Patreon too, patreon.com/Matthew's Music Lesson Studio. Once you join, you can message me on there, and then you get even more voting power, 10 times the voting power, in fact. So go ahead and join for the X. I saw this band one time called Static X. It was like X, X. It was fun. I liked them.
Yeah.
But that was like their line. It's X.
Awesome.
All right, everybody. We're seriously in about an hour, so we'll see you guys next time.